welcome back to a beautiful Saturday morning on Precious TV with me, Caroline Owusu Asamoah. The show is the book revision right here on Precious TV. Last week, we ended our discussion on patriotism, who a patriotic Ghanaian was. But today, we are with the MC extraordinaire. I'm not going to say much about him. When you see him, you realize that I didn't even have to read his profile. Today, we are going to look at how to MC any event. I know the MCs are glued to their screens, their phones, ready to get more from this edition. And I'd like to wish our president, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, a happy birthday. Yesterday was his birthday. Salute to you, sir. Well, without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, our guest for today is none other than Who Wants to Be Rich? Mr. Kafui Dey.
Hello, Caroline.
Hi, Kafui.
It's a real pleasure to meet you.
Same here.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I am very well, thank you, by God's grace. Everything is well.
Great.
How are you?
I'm fantastic.
You look lovely.
Thank you. You too. Even though I don't know if you decided to ask my husband the dress I'll be wearing, so we have some
affinity.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that I initially took a purple pocket square, and I thought, no, let me have something a bit brighter because red is my color.
Oh,
you know, so that I changed it, and then it turns out that you're wearing the same color, so which is great.
I think we are the MCs
wine.
for today.
Yeah, wine. I like the wine. Yeah.
All right. Now let's move on to you before we go into the book. You're an MC.
Yes,
you're
indeed.
a moderator. You're a fundraiser. It goes on and on and on. But did you start out like this? Tell us your story.
Initially, I wanted to be a pilot. Every Ghanaian boy my age, growing up in the 70s, wanted to fly a plane, you know. And then I wanted to be a doctor. And then I ended up studying economics, French, and English for my sixth form education, which is probably what you would say SHS right now. And then I went to university, did economics, French, English as well. Economics dropped me, and I did French and English.
So you.
Yeah, so my degree was in French and English. And then I went into sales. I was a salesman in various industries, building, in maintenance, in shipping, in travel. So it was in one of my sales jobs that one day my boss said, look, we have an event that we are having, and you are the MC. Yeah, so not can you do the job, so you are the MC. Yeah, so yeah. They said, yes, I'm Asa no sport work. So when my boss said, yes, you are the MC, I said, when is the event? Yeah, I hadn't done it before, but yes. So that was the way I was dropped into the ocean of MCing.
And I mean, you were doing that, but you decided to go full-time with MCing.
Yes, I did.
Why did you decide to do that? Why did you leave the sales world?
Okay, so I worked for 17 years in sales, and along the way, I did broadcasting. So I did radio, I did television, and then towards the end of my sales career, I was the host for Who Wants to Be Rich, the game show, from 2009 to 2012. And in 2012, January, I decided to resign from my sales job and be a full-time professional master of ceremonies. Because I thought there was opportunity there for me to develop myself. I enjoyed presenting, either on stage or behind a camera or in front of a microphone. And I thought I could dedicate my life to doing that. And so I took that decision 7 years ago, and I haven't regretted it at all.
Wow. I'm just thinking, can you live on that solely?
I'm still alive. And I know so many people who work as MCs.
No, full-time.
Full-time. Kwesi Kwetia, a good friend of mine, is one of them. Jerry Ajololo is another one of them. This is what they live on. Ooh. Yes, their main income is MCing events, corporate events, private events. Yeah, because every event needs somebody to host it. Yeah. It's like every airplane needs a pilot. Every car needs a driver.
But you know, some people, I don't know whether it's, okay, the Ghanaian culture in certain spheres, they tend to think, oh, MCing is nothing, and you're sure. So, just come and do it and go. And when you tell them, oh, this is what I'm going to take, and they're like, Charlie, we just want you to come and do this.
Just
they classify it as this.
Yeah.
Why do people see it that way?
Because it looks easy when it is done well. You know, when it is done well, when somebody knows how to open the event, like the way you just introduced the show so flawlessly, it looks easy. So somebody sitting at home drinking their Milo or tea will sit and think, I can do what Caroline is doing. She's just talking. But you prepared.
Yeah.
Yes, and you didn't make any mistakes. It looked smooth. And even if you made a mistake, you wouldn't point to that mistake. So people would see that it as a smooth event. Emceeing, when it is done well, looks easy. But just like any other job, I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo looks like he's having fun and it looks easy, but football is not an easy job if you're a professional. Whatever you do well, people will sit back and think it's easy. But the question I always ask is, what would you do if your event was running late? If you're not a professional, how would you stop a speaker who is talking too much? Maybe he's been given 10 minutes and he's doing 15. How would you stop it? Yes. What would happen? How would you handle, say, a power cut in the middle of the show? How would you handle a rowdy audience? These are things that you are not born with.
You tell us, I realized from the book that you really you tell us that emceeing is not just about talking.
It's not just about talking, no.
Behind the scenes, I mean, what goes into it?
Yes.
You have to be creative, you
Definitely.
have to be alert.
Yes.
There's a lot that goes in there.
You have to be a manager.
Yeah.
I say emceeing is 20% talk and 80% event manager. Because when they say, we're about to start the show, get on the stage, now you are in charge. You are hosting, you are managing that event from the time, the first thing you say to, thank you very much, it's been a great evening, my name is Caroline, and have a safe journey. You are in charge of that whole experience, you know, so it's, and for example, at a wedding MCs are the majority, the vast majority. I mean, I have an article on my blog, and it's about wedding emceeing, and it is the most popular. I know wedding MCs.
Yeah, weddings every Saturday.
Every Saturday. A wedding is not a simple event. You are dealing with the catering people, you're dealing with security, you're dealing with a DJ, you're dealing with 2 sets of families. Yes, yeah. You are dealing with so many things. And if, for example, you announce that, it's the opening prayer, Reverend Asamoah, please, let's give him a round of applause. And Reverend Asamoah hasn't come, and you didn't know that he wasn't there, there will be a gap in the program. You have to make sure people are there before you introduce them. You have to tell people that I'm about to introduce you. You have 2 minutes. And if you're running over, I'll give you a signal somewhere. If it's time for the food, you need to go and check from the caterers that the food is ready. Imagine calling people to come and eat. They're all lined up and the food is not ready. Yeah. You know, you need to know how to handle the DJ diplomatically. If you say, DJ, you're making too much noise, he may actually rebel by pushing up the sound even more and making your event flop. So there's so many things that are involved, and it's not just talking. You have to learn them.
Emceeing is not just talking. It goes way beyond that. We're looking at how to MC any event by Kafui Dey. I hope I got the name right.
Yes, Kafui Dey. You pronounced it.
Not Day.
No, it's Day. You've got it right. You did your research, Caroline.
Thank you. Well, we're going for a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
From the outstanding author, Bishop Charles Ajinasa, 33-509-039-457. These books are a must-read.
It's your season.
Okay, so you're welcome back from that quick break. The program is the Book Review Show right here on Precious TV, and we are looking at Kafui Dey's book, How to MC Any Event. Well, you can join us via text or WhatsApp on 0203438710. We're also live on Facebook. Just go to Precious TV or the Book Review Show GH, and we are live. Okay, Kafui.
Hey, Caroline.
So now let's go into your book.
Sure.
What led to this book, aside you emceeing and doing all that?
When I decided to become a full-time professional MC, I did what my father always told me to do. If you wanted new knowledge, go and look for it in a book. He says everything you can learn is in a book. You need to find the book and read it. So I started online looking for MC books. And I found 2, one by Rachel Green You should look for it. Just Rachel Green, MC, to find you find that book. And then there's another book called Upfront in Control. Pete Miller. So those two were like my mentors from afar. So I read their books, I bought their books, I read them. But they were both Australians. And I hadn't found any book written by a Ghanaian or an African. And I know some of our events are specific to what we do, you know. So I thought, let me write about my experiences so that I can also teach other people who want to do it. And so I started writing articles. I got a gig with Business and Financial Times. I first started off on Facebook, and then I started a blog, just posting my experiences. I used to call it a day in the life of a professional MC. And so I started writing about my experiences, what to do, how to introduce a speaker, all the challenges with MCing, you know. And so I now got a regular column in the BFT, still have that column. Yeah. Shout out to BFT, they've done a great job. And in 2013, my mom passed away in May, on the 6th of May. Ouch. And my mom was like my number one supporter. Yeah, before I got married. And then she and my wife became my number one supporters. And so she passed, and we buried her in June. And I thought, let me write this book. Let me put all my stuff together and write this book, and in her honor, in the memory of her, you know, for all the support that she gave me when I was setting this thing up. And so I put my articles together, wrote a couple more, had it edited, and then published. I published it myself. And I gave myself a deadline. I said, end of 2013, this book has to come out. And so the book did come out end of 2013. And if you read the dedication, it's dedicated to my mom and my brothers and my dad. And so, yeah, so that was it. Her passing spurred me on to bring the book out. But I'd already been educating people and educating myself on my experiences through my blog and through my BFT column, yeah. Okay,
so now let's go into
the book. Yeah.
I mean, I don't call it just a book.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a handbook, because you always have to keep referring. You may forget, and you always have to. So part 1, the event. Part 2, the MC, that's you. Part 3, the challenges. Part 4, the methods. Part 5, the questions. And then part 6, the business, the money talk. We'll go there.
Yes, we have to go there.
Yeah. So now let's just quickly run through the basics.
Yes.
What are the basics of the event?
So I started by defining what an event is and who the main players are. So for every event, there are a couple of people who are critical. The person who calls you to do the event, that's your boss, really. So that's the event planner or the event manager. That person is critical. The event planner, if it is a corporate event, is also working for somebody else. Yeah. Say, for example, if Precious TV calls me to come and do an event, whoever calls me to work for Precious TV is my immediate boss. But that person also has a boss. And you have to make sure that if you satisfy your immediate boss, the ultimate boss is also satisfied. Then you have the audience. You need to be mindful of them. It's not a one-man or one-woman show. It's not all about you. MCing is not all about my ego and this is what I do and I'm going to talk plenty and wow them and advertise my business on the stage. I've heard MCs do that. Yeah, they advertise their telephone number on the stage.
I wanted to ask if that's right.
I have never done it. Get a card. Your card advertises you through a third party, you know. So it's more discreet, and they have something that they can keep and refer to later on, you know. So the key people are there: your client, your audience, and the people who help you to make an event successful. You know, the caterer, the DJ. You've got to know about all those people and have them all in mind when you're doing the event. Yeah. So the basics: what an event is, why events take place. Events take place to celebrate key moments in the life of a person or an organization. If it's a wedding, it's a key moment. If it's a funeral, it's a key moment. If it's a launch of a new product, if it's a fundraiser, it's an event. If it's a conference, it's an event. They all need somebody to steer the event from beginning to end. And so, yeah, basically just gives you the ground, the foundations of what it's all about. And that first chapter is just to ground you. Yeah, and then you can take off from there.
Okay, so now the big one, the MC. Chapter 4 says, okay, the chosen one, attention please, perfect introductions to, say thank you, the outstanding MC.
Yes.
Now let's look at
Okay, so for example, look at a word like qualities. The outstanding MC, I believe you have 9 qualities. And the word qualities itself is a 9-letter word, which gives you an idea of what you have to be like. So number 1, Q stands for questioning. You have to be somebody who questions. So they give you an event, you must ask, okay, who's coming? How many people are there? Where is the event happening? If they say Matahiko, be careful. In Accra, we have 2 Matahikos. There's one at Afienya and there's one here in Accra. Yeah, exactly. So if you end up at Matahiko, Afienya at 9 o'clock, you may be early, but you may be in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So yeah, the who's, the what, the where's, the why, the when's, the how. You know, how do you want the event to happen? I remember I was the MC for a funeral. Funerals also need MCs. So the reception of the funeral, you need somebody there. And the client told me that we do not want to ask people for donations. The client was quite a wealthy person, and they felt it was beneath them to be asking people for or making appeals for, oh, the donation box is here. If you're, they didn't want that. They had their donation box at the entrance when you enter the event towards the right. And it's discreet. If you want to put something in, you put in. If you don't want to, no problem. But so that information was good for me. Otherwise, I would have assumed. Exactly. And you'll be annoying your boss, who is the person who brought you in, and she may not refer you for another job. So you've got to ask lots of questions. You've got to be unflappable. You in question stands for quality, stands for unflappable. Nothing should move you. If there's a disaster, people are expecting you to solve the problem. I have emceed an event where as soon as the guests got up to go and cut the tape, the canopy collapsed. Ooh. Yes. Our only good fortune was that the cameras had left that area and were following the guests.
Were the people safe?
The people, nobody got hurt. Yes. I've been at another event where the tent collapsed. Yeah. And you've got to be calm and sort things out. I've been at an event where it started raining seriously. And Ghanaians, there's something, we fear rain more than traffic even. So people were under the canopy refusing to leave because they didn't want to get wet. And I had to take charge. You know, I said, guys, leave now. This canopy is going to collapse. And when they left, the canopy collapsed, you know.
And you saved the day.
But you've got to be unflappable. You've got to anticipate problems. You know, you've got to be a learner, L. You know, you've got to be interested in the event. I've gone to events where the MC is on his phone or WhatsApping away. Yeah.
Chatting with
exactly. No, you've got to be involved, you know. And so the qualities are all there. The T stands for, you know, it's all there. So there are 9 qualities in the book. I just gave you 4 of them. And if you have those qualities, you are well on your way to becoming great. Yes, and you realize that the qualities I gave you have nothing to do with talking, you know. Yeah, it's nothing to do with standing on the stage and talking. A lot of the work happens before you get on the stage. That's why when you're given a job, one of the most important things you need to do is ask for a meeting with the client.
You, the MC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you ask for a meeting.
Is it with the team or
with
just
the team? Yes, because they may invite. I've been to meetings where everybody who was involved, all the stakeholders in the event were there. You had the sound people there, you had the floral people, you had the caterer, you had everybody involved, security. They wanted to make sure that everybody was on the same page. And you are basically managing all these relationships because you have the microphone.
Yeah.
The person who has the microphone has the power. You say things and people listen to you, you know. So you need to get a picture of the event. You need to even go to the event area and see what it looks like. Look at what the stage looks like. Know where the exits are. Yeah. There are some events, if you go to work for a company like Talo or any of these very security conscious companies, when the event starts, they will even have a security briefing that in the likely event of a fire, these are the doors that you should take. Yeah. You know, the washrooms are here. We prefer you to do this, that, and that. You know, so you have to have awareness of that. Another important thing is you need to have a key person that you can report to or who can brief you of what is happening while the program is going on. Because, of course, you plan a program, but maybe the guest speaker is late or the name of the guest speaker has changed. You need one person who can give you that information. Otherwise, other people will be giving you information which may clash. It happens a lot at weddings where the guy's family and the lady's family are now giving you counter instructions. I prefer to have one unique report, one unique person. If that person doesn't tell me the information, I won't say it. It has to come through that person. Yeah.
Well. Interesting discussion here on how to MC any event by Kafui Dey. You can join us via text or WhatsApp on 0203438710. At the appropriate time, we are going to open the phone lines and we'll give out some free books. Kafui says he wants to give us some books.
Yes.
So to our callers, I know people are ready, but at the appropriate time, the phone lines will be activated for you to call. Now let's look into some of the challenges and what, how you can beat them to become that extraordinary MC, because there are a lot of challenges. I know of, you mentioned in the book that you have to be able to politely caution a speaker or signal him. But what if this speaker is the one who is your direct or immediate boss, who called you in, and he keeps going on and on and on and on, and despite giving him the paper 5 minutes more, what do you do?
So a lot of this happens before the person gets on the stage. So whilst somebody is speaking, you go up to the next speaker and tell them, look, you'll be on in about 2 minutes and you have 10 minutes to speak. I'll give you a signal. I'll stand somewhere within your line of vision, and I'll let you know that you have 5 minutes left, or you have 2 minutes left, or you have 1 minute left, or cut. We'll arrange the signals, So all you have to do is just follow what you agreed on. You stand somewhere, and then you give the person the signals, And the thing is, if you allow the person to talk too much, you're going to have problems with times, because now you're running into other people's slots. You may have to cut things down. So you do it firmly, and the person is insisting, bring the crowd in. The crowd can actually help you. Yes. You just start clapping.
And then he walks off. So you don't need to be rude, or you don't have to.
No. And don't come on the stage and then make reference to what the person may have done that was negative. That we are now far behind time because the previous speaker spent too much time. You don't do things like that. No. Yours is to be very diplomatic, keep things flowing, and if you can't do anything about the time and it has eaten into the next segment, then you have to be very brief in your remarks. This is not time for you now to come and make a long summary about what was just said. People heard it, especially when programs are starting late. The MC's job is not to come and talk plenty. And I also don't apologize. That's one thing.
Apologize for the late start.
No, I go, because that will bring negative energy. People will now start, but you've been here for why are you starting at this time? I go straight and I cut down my talking. Hi, my name is Kafui Dey. Good to have you here. And then you bring that person on first, because they've come to see that person. If it's a concert, they've come to see the musician. If it's a play, they've come to see the play. You are just
to see you.
the link. They didn't come to see you. You are the glue. You are the glue that binds the event together. And glue is not meant to be seen. It's meant to work. Make all the transitions smooth, introduce people well, thank people well and professionally, end the program well. Give energy to the show.
Okay, so I think I went for a wedding. I had to MC, and I got to the reception grounds way earlier. I waited and waited. It started, it was in a 3 hours time or so. And I mean, I had to wait.
The couple were late.
Yes.
Yeah, taking exclusives, I'm sure.
Yeah, so with this as the MC.
Yes.
What do you do? You've been delayed.
So that time.
No, they were still at the church. It had gone on and on. They were taking pictures.
Okay,
and they
but,
were not yet.
But the guests were in.
Some of
the guests. Yeah, so you make sure that the guests who are there, you serve them. You make sure that people give them water.
About 2 people. It was just about 2 people who were there.
Yeah, well, still welcome them. You just come up to them and let them know that, look, you're the MC. We're waiting for the couple. They are not here yet. Obviously, if the couple is not here, we can't start the show. Yeah, but just welcome them, make them feel comfortable, let them know where the bathrooms are, give them some water to drink. I'm sure there was music playing.
Yes.
Yeah. So if there are a lot of people, you can actually start some of the show before they come. So, for example, if the person, if you realize that the couple is not coming, but a sizable number of guests are there, you can actually start the show. You can start with the opening prayer. Get somebody to pray, start the opening prayer, and even start serving some refreshments. When they come in, they make their grand entrance, and then we go straight to cutting of the cake, and then we can go and have dinner. Yeah, the program is malleable, it's flexible.
So it's not supposed to always be strict.
No. You use your judgment.
Stick to...
Use your judgment, because you see, there are some halls that have been given a time to run, because maybe they say the reception between 3 and 6. After 6, there's another event coming. Yeah, and they will not understand if you are still there at 6:30. People need to set up for the next event. So you use your judgment. Of course, consult with the person who hired you. Yeah, and bring some things forward. So by the time the people come in, it's almost like, oh, this is how it was meant to happen anyway, you know. And then that's it. Yeah.
That's interesting, because I mean, the delays and delays and delays. But what if now there are no guests?
Oh, then the event can't happen. They have to be guests.
So you have to wait.
You're there.
So you have to wait if they are delaying. You mentioned, I think, was it an awards ceremony was supposed to start at 7 and it started at 10?
Yes.
Look at that scenario.
That is completely way out of line. But unfortunately, it happens a lot in Ghana. There are some companies who don't tolerate lateness. Some organizations. Albert and Comfort Okran. I've never emceed any event of theirs that started late. They start on time. Whether there's 1 person in the room, 100 people in the room, 1,000 people in the room, they start early, so that you don't punish those who are who have come early. You know. So if you are there, it's great. It's better for you to be there early than to be there late. So if you are there early, hey, you're a professional. You sit there, you go through your program, you make sure that the program is going according to what is on your paper, and you just relax and get to meet the people, get to meet the people who you're going to be working with. See, you decide on how you run the show. Yeah, so it's not a problem at all, you know. And once the people come, it's in your hands. Yeah.
Have you ever experienced maybe you had to MC and you had to use the washroom?
Yes.
You had to discipline yourself, or
yes.
Someone had
this one happened.
Share it with us.
This happened last year. I think October or November at an event before the funeral of a prominent person. Okay, it happened in Trasaco. So you know, it's like a vigil. So a vigil, you have some readings from the Bible, then some music, and then some readings, and then some music. So I think I had eaten something that didn't agree too well with me earlier on in the day. So as the reading was going on, I started feeling rumblings in my stomach. And I said, Charlie, I didn't have a co-MC. If I had a co-MC, I would have made my co-MC go and continue. So as the reading was ending, the Winneba Youth Choir were giving the music. I said, Winneba Youth Choir, I need you to give me 3 long songs. Okay, and I will not introduce you after the reading is done, because after the reading is done, you will go up and say, "Thank you for the reading." Now we may have Winneba Youth Choir. I said, Winneba Youth Choir. As soon as that reading finishes, I need 3 long songs from you. They said, "Yes, sir." So even as the reading was going on, I went straight into the bathroom, and I was fortunate because the moment I sat in the bathroom, somebody started knocking on the door. So I would have been in trouble. So I was relieved in the bathroom, and I was listening. My ear was on the event to hear whether the Winneba Youth Choir would continue right after the reading. So I was listening. The reading ended. I wasn't hearing anything. And then I heard the organ playing. I said,
praise the Lord.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. And I finished and came back while they had just started the 3rd song. So nobody knew what had happened.
Long songs.
And it was terrible because I asked for Coke. Coke actually helps when you have a rumbling tummy. Yes. I drank the Coke, it wasn't working. I knew I had to go to the bathroom. So you've got to be creative.
Because when you're faced with that, you're not come to calculate this
at all. I remember when I was a radio presenter at Capital Radio in Kumasi. If we need to go to the bathroom, we put on a Fela song. Now, Fela's songs are like 20 minutes. So anytime you hear me playing Fela, it Charlie, I've gone. Yeah, so there are always solutions. The MC must always think of solutions. Don't panic. Don't panic at all. I mean, this was me, no co-MC. How do you sort this out? You know?
Yeah. Lucky the choir was there.
The choir was there. If there was a DJ, I would have asked the DJ to just play music. So that's how you solve it.
Yeah. Wow.
And you have to be on good terms with the people around. If I didn't have a good relationship with the Winneba Youth Choir people, they may not have, yeah, helped me.
Certain.
Yeah, I just when I was honest, I looked, Charlie, guys, I need to go. So help me out here, you know. They got my 3 long songs from me.
Oh my. What an interesting discussion right here on Precious TV. We're looking at how to MC any event by Kafui Dey. You can join us via text or WhatsApp on 0203438710. Okay, so my next question has to do with, I hear some MCs changing their voice. They're tweaking it a bit.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the event. And I'm
What you're talking about.
I'm like,
They want to inject.
Is it necessary?
They want to inject some drama into whatever they are doing. My policy is that I want to be as natural as possible. I don't want to be so different from how I normally am. This is how I speak. So this is how I will speak on the stage, but just with a little more energy. And you can add energy without changing the way you speak. It's just putting a bit more force and a bit more, and you smile more, and you are a bit more forceful. So yeah, good evening. It's really, really nice to have you here at this beautiful wedding, and we can't wait to see Fred and Amma as they enter this place to sit down and host us. My name is Kafui Dey. I'm your MC for the event. You're going to have a great time. It's cool. It's still, you don't have to. No, I don't do that. I don't do, because then you become the star of the show, and the MC. No, you are not the star of the show. If it's a wedding, the star of the show is the couple. Yeah. So couple, you've got to make them feel great. And this one thing I say when I attend weddings as the MC, I tell the audience, look, take me as your customer service manager. If you have any issues, don't go to the couple. I've seen people go and complain to the couple that I haven't been served this day. I only had one piece of meat in my
People can be terrible, so selfish on that day.
Yeah. I say if you have problems, bring them to me. Okay. If you're having a great time, tell the couple.
If you
have problems, issues, if you have not been served, water, you've not had your food, come to me. I'll sort it out. But if you're having a great time, which I know you will, please let the couple know that you're having a great time. Because they are anxious about the hospitality that is being served there, how their guests are being treated. So you want to keep them relaxed and calm and take on all the problems, And every problem has a solution. Definitely. Every problem has a solution. That's the kind of mindset you must have. Don't complain about, you guys, you do this is how you organize a show. This is the worst organized show I've been to. And you have seen MCs actually blast people, because they think it's about them, And you didn't have the information, and you gave me this information. I went to read it, and the person was not there. So you
have to be extra tolerant, patient as an MC.
Yes. I'm sorry, if you go on the stage and you mention, you introduce somebody, and the person comes on and says, that's not my name. It is your fault, the MC. You must always check with the person, what is the correct pronunciation of your name? If you see K-A-R-I, it is not Kari, it's Kakari. But you can only know that if you go and ask the person, what is the correct pronunciation of your name? And people are so happy when you pronounce their names well. I remember I did an event in Tema. It was the groundbreaking event for cow dice. It's an agricultural company. People normally call them Kujis, but it's cow dice. So when I mentioned, and we have now the MD of cow dice to speak, and then the person came on, and then somebody called me and said, the thing is Kujis, it's Kujis. I said, look, I checked from the Dutch-speaking people. How do you pronounce this word? Cow dice. Their deputy prime minister was in town as a guest speaker, and she had a really strange-looking Dutch name. Strange to me because I'm not Dutch. I don't speak Dutch. So I went up to her and asked her, how do I pronounce your name? And she said, Schouten. Schouten. I went there, Schouten. And she was pleased that you've pronounced my name well. And your job is to make the speakers feel happy. But for a speaker to come and say, sorry, my name is not Caroline Owusu Asamoah. It's Caroline Owusu Asamoah. Negative energy already, and you're apologizing, and no. But I've done mistakes before. I've demoted somebody who was a professor, and I called her doctor.
That's no good.
A doctor, yeah. So and she said, and the people even in the audience said, she's professor. And so when I came back, I used the professor all throughout the show. Professor.
Professor, and you stress the professor.
Yeah, and people laughed, and after a while, I just let it go. And yeah, so you can make mistakes, but the thing is to recover.
Okay,
Yeah.
quickly.
Yes. Recover.
Okay, so in case you just tuned in, this is the book review show right here on Precious TV, and we're looking at Kafui Dey's book, How to MC Any Event. We'll be right back. We're going for a quick break. We'll be back with your messages and phone calls. Don't go anywhere. Hi there, I'm Caroline Owusu Asamoah, hostess of your favorite Saturday morning program, The Book Review Show. Well, it's a new season which promises to be fun, educative, interactive, and eclectic. Why don't you find out more this and every Saturday at 8 a.m. on Precious TV. For more details, you can call 0231 151615. The Book Review Show, bringing the world to your books and your books to the world.
Be excited, be motivated, be entertained through our soothing content that will get you closer to Christ. The scope just got better with segments like fashion, lifestyle, birthdays, trending stories, events, and personality profile. Don't be left out of the fun this and every Wednesdays at 2 p.m. live on Precious TV and Facebook Live at Precious TV. Be our loyal viewer. The Scope, your best Christian entertainment show.
Thanks for staying tuned. It's the Book Review Show right here on Precious TV. We're looking at how to MC any event by Kafui Dey. We've had some interesting tips, especially if you develop a runny tummy. We've gotten a great strategy.
Yeah, solutions.
Yeah,
it's about solutions.
It's all about solutions today.
Yeah.
I think we can take some calls. 0207 10,001 is the number that you can call. 0207 10,001, and you can send your messages to 0203438710. Now, the crooks.
Yes, tell me.
How do you charge?
How do you charge? You get as much information as you can about the event. So previously I used to, when somebody asks me how much they call you and say, look, or they WhatsApp you, I have this event, how much is it going to cost me? Then I would start quoting right there on WhatsApp. It's not very good. You want to get as much information as possible about the event before you charge. And so you ask them to, okay, I really can't speak much about this until I know as much as I can about this event. So I'll give my email address and let's have a conversation on email, okay? So then you can ask all the questions that you can. You can decide to go to have a meeting with the person and find out exactly what the event is. For example, if it's a book launch, how much you charge? You've got to be careful. Are you going to be the MC as well as the fundraiser? Because if you are the MC, you are introducing speakers, you are thanking them, and that's your job. MC/fundraiser should attract a different charge from just the fundraiser or just the MC.
Right.
Recently, I helped with the fundraising for Mr. Anis Hafa's book, The Educationist. And when he asked me to be his, to come to the place to do the fundraising, I asked him, am I coming as fundraiser/MC or just MC? Or just fundraiser? And he said, no, just a fundraiser. And that's what happened. So Daniel Dazi from Joy FM was the MC. And then when it came to time, he introduced me and I did my job. And so you get paid for what you do. So you've got to be very clear about what you are doing. Yes.
Okay.
First thing, be clear. And let's have a record. Just recently, I sent my invoice out to a guy who wants me to come and do an event in Kumasi. I quoted my fee, and he says, this is not what we agreed. And I said, I do not remember us talking about fees. Then he said, oh, he sent me, we talked on phone. I said, well, did you back it up with any email or something. Then I go to check my email. Indeed, he sent me their offer. And my response was, yes, I'll revert. But I never agreed on the offer. So now my fee is higher than what they have budgeted for.
Okay, please hold the fort. We have Pius from Prestia.
All right.
Good morning, Pius.
Good morning.
Hello, Pius. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Oh, okay. I think we lost
Hello.
Pius. But,
Morning.
okay, Pius. Hello, Pius.
Hello. Yeah.
Please go ahead and speak, Pius.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
Yeah,
Pius.
I'm calling from Pistia. Yeah, I just want to.
You're calling from Prestia, okay?
Yeah. I just want to contribute to the program. I like the way your guest is inducting, telling us how to handle the programs. So I just encourage him to give us more so that we'll be learning from him. Thank you.
Okay, thank you too. Thank you so much for your call. We're grateful. Pius says he's learned new things from today's show.
That's
okay,
all it's
let's
about.
do some social media.
Yes.
Well, Josephine Enyonam, okay, this an emoji, a love and like emoji.
Okay, we love and like you back.
Parkwesi says he's laughing and crying at the same time. Tears of joy. Very interesting strategy. I think it's.
The way about you cry and the
Yeah. Josephine Enyonam says interesting submissions. Kafui, yes, you are a natural. Okay, I think she sent another emoji, but I cannot see that at the moment. But the phone lines 0207 10,001. It's the book review show, and we're looking at how to MC any event. Okay, so. And we're talking about
negotiation. So know what the deal is, and don't stress it. Money is just numbers, really. And if you become too aggressive or too desperate, people may take advantage of you. I remember I was doing in a negotiation with somebody who wants me to come and do their fundraiser in April. So I quote my fee, and they say, "Oh, we can only afford like 60% of the fee." Okay. Then I asked them, "So what's your target?"
Please. We have Alfred from Odoko. Hello, Alfred. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead, Alfred.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm
Hello?
fine.
I really like the program, and Kafui Dey is my boss, and I enjoy the program. Wow. And I used to be in GH1. He's a very good man, and my family.
Oh.
I really love him, and I love the program as well. I've been watching it, and today it's on the show.
Thank you, Alfred. Thank you. He loves you. He loves you too, don't you?
Yeah,
you remember Alfred?
Right, yes, GH1.
Yeah, you remember him?
He's a great guy.
Okay. So back to the strategy. Yeah.
Okay, so know what is involved. Okay, so the person asked, basically wanted a discount, a huge discount. I mean, 40% off my fee. So I asked, what is your target? Because in fundraising, you want to know how much we want to raise. And then I work towards it. And I believe that you must get paid for the good work that you give. And
okay, please hold the fort.
Yes.
Sorry. Nana. Okay, Nana. Let's hear you, Nana.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Nana. Good to hear from
my
you.
special regards to Mr. Kafui. Yeah, I want. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. My special regards to Mr. Kafui. I do learn a lot from him, and I admire him from afar. I just want to meet him personally, and also to see how best we can be of a good, person to learn from a father. And also to pay. Me, I want to pay because I'll use it for a business. So I want his contact so that we can start it from there.
Okay. Okay, Nana.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Kudos and good work.
Okay. All right. Great. So Nana says
He wants to get in touch.
Yeah.
No problem. We can get in touch.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Okay.
I'll leave my contact at the end of the show. He needs to watch the end of the show.
Yes, stay to the end of the
Stay
show.
to the end. Yeah. So listen, it's not always about you being in a position of weakness if you're talking about money. If you read the chapter in my book, it tells you that there are ways of going about it. Ask for more than you want. Ask for more than you want. So the recent book launch that I did,
okay, please hold the phone. We have
we'll
Michael.
talk about that. Yeah. Ask
Michael.
for more than what you want.
Michael, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. We're listening to you, Michael.
Yeah, your guest, my mentor, I've been saying, who wants to be rich?
Oh.
And I love him when I see him in it, especially the G one money show. So I want to get his contact. So I'll take him to myself and take the contact and get at him. Because he has been my model for some time now. I wouldn't want to miss the end of the show. In order to get it.
Yeah.
I want to urge him to do more.
All right.
Because some of us talking sometimes has been home. So I want him to be my model now.
Okay.
And because I will become myself in.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Because I have mentors who I've never met before. Brian Tracy, I love Brian Tracy. I read all his books. So you can actually learn from somebody without even meeting the person. If you want information about emceeing, public speaking, communication, I have a blog. Just Google the Kafui Dey blog. Okay. It'll come up. And then I have videos of event. This event, this show, I'll send a link to how to negotiate, how to MC weddings, corporate events. It's all there. You can just read and apply. Yes.
Okay, I think we can take two more calls, 0207 10,001. Now let's get back to the conversation.
Yes, ask for more than what you want. So if you want 2,000, ask for 5.
If you want 2,000,
ask for 5. You ask for
5,000.
Yes, because if you ask for 2,000, the person may bring it down to 1,000, and you get angry, and this is not what I wanted. You want 2,000, ask for 5. My mother even had a simple formula. She says, whatever you want, multiply it by 5. So if you want 2,000, ask for 10. Let the person scream.
Yeah. I think that's what the taxi drivers,
we should learn from
guys that can't.
Exactly. Can't. Perfect.
Before we continue, let's take someone from Dalmongo. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Please flow.
Yeah. My name is Kwame from the new Savannah Regional Capital.
Hey. Okay, Kwame, go ahead. We're listening to you.
Very well. Good morning to all your cherished viewers. Good morning to Kafui. I'm like Amen.
Please don't sell me out, I beg. I think my director will translate for me.
One time. I'll even do it for you, don't worry.
That's all right. Yes, I think that what you're doing is very important. There is no successful event without a well-organized MC.
Yeah.
So the role of MC is having a successful event and not be overemphasized.
Yeah.
But I think that I attended a program and the guy came as an MC. Totally prepared. It was an embarrassment.
Oh, Charlie.
He has no clue of the event.
Wow.
He will continue to misquote most of the targets for the banking event. It was so shameful. And so, and the guy, I was told he charged so heavily.
Oh.
But I want you to advise the young guys who are coming up as MCs and other professions. I think that first of all, build a brand and a trust.
Exactly.
Before you start talking about money.
Yeah. Good point.
If you build a brand and a trust and people trust you that, oh, this guy is good, you'll get more opportunity.
Yeah.
You're right.
But in this time we are in and the guys are looking for money. They get more opportunity. They want to hit it big and buy a car immediately. What advice will you give to such young guys who are coming up and they are so desperate for money after what event? You want to hit it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
He made a great point.
Yes.
Build your brand. So build your brand is by so for me, you build your brand by what you wear, you know, what you give out.
A card.
Yeah. So what you wear, you've got to look smart. It's a master of ceremonies. A ceremony is a special event. You've got to look great, you know, and so that, but don't overdo it. You're not out doing the bride. I mean, you know, we all know in weddings, the brides wear white. I've seen MCs also wearing white. I mean, come on, man.
And they even look more.
Let the bride shine.
Okay.
This is my business card. And so it has what I do. It has a picture of me. Yeah. And the kind of events that I host. So this is part of your brand. So instead of you coming on the stage and, okay, my number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, just give the person your card. It has a reminder of who you are, what you do, how to get in touch with you. My Twitter is there, my Instagram, my Facebook, my blog, everything is there. And I write in my blog, I write my column. So that gives you the positioning. You know, when you write a book, people assume that you know what you're talking about. You know, and that becomes part of your brand as well. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, it's a book review, and he's not going to give out all the info. That's why you have to get the book.
Yes, indeed.
So, Kafui, how do we get the book? How much does it go for? Where can we find it? Tell us how to contact you.
The book goes for 30 cedis, 30.
30?
Yes, 30.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, I want as many people to read this book as possible. It's available in Accra. It's available at Alta Bookshop at ICGC Christ Temple. It's also available at Vidya Bookstore. This is in Osu.
Okay.
And then if you Google Book Nook, they also have that book, and it's available from me as well.
All right.
Yes, yeah.
So?
And the contact number, is it time to give it now?
Yes, it's time.
Okay, so the number is 0240 299 122. It's as friendly as Precious TV's number. 0240 299 122. That's the contact number. And of course, on social media, it's Kafui Dey everywhere. It's Instagram, it's Facebook, it's LinkedIn, it's
Google
YouTube, Google Plus, everywhere. My blog, just Google the Kafui Dey blog, and you'll find my blog. I have another blog too, and I'm working on. It's a website, kafuideygroup.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where we.
Those are some of my contacts.
It goes for 30 Ghana
30.
cedis.
I don't know whether I can leave a couple here for people who are interested.
You can leave that.
Yes, I can leave some with you. And I have some for those who, who are watching.
Have the,
yes,
so.
Definitely.
Okay, so Kafui, before you go, your final words, maybe in 30 seconds to the MCs out there.
Okay, all right. I was going to autograph your copy of the book for you.
Please do.
So I'll be autographing it while I'm talking. So emceeing is not really about you, okay? It's about the audience. So I'm writing here, Caroline, make it happen. Kafui.
Thank
Today
you.
is the 30th, 30319.
Today we've hosted it together. It's been thank you very much.
It's not, you're welcome. It's not about you. It's about the audience. Yes. You've got to be prepared. You don't just fly into the event and think that everything will go well because you are the super talker. It's not about talking. It's about managing the event, making people happy. The audiences must be happy. The speakers who you introduce must feel so happy to come and speak. Thanking people and not just say, thank you very much for that. You've got to listen to what the person was saying so you can say, oh, I really learned a lot from what you said about time management and I'm going to use this in the future. Thank you very much for your talk. It makes people happy. Ending the show well, and I end an event by standing at the exit and just shaking people's hands and say, hey, have a great day, have a great evening, safe journey home, meet you sometime. And it gives you a chance to also give out your business cards, you know. So it's you are marketing yourself through your own program. Don't be worried about not getting paid in the beginning. Good work always gets rewarded. Those are my tips.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so much, Caroline.
Yeah, so you can just go to Facebook.
Yes.
He has all the details. The Facebook Live, the whole video is there. Tomorrow it's on repeat, 2 to 3 p.m. Thank you so much,
It's
Kafui,
a real
for
pleasure.
coming. It's been a great show, very informative.
I've enjoyed your hosting, and you're great.
Thank you very
Keep
much.
going. I like your intro, and I'm sure your outro is going to be fantastic.
You. Great MC, learning from you.
Thank you
All right, that's all time can allow us. It's been the Book Review Show right here on Precious TV with me, Caroline Owusu Asamoah, and we've looked at how to MC an event by Kafui Dey. If you want to find out more about the show, if you're an author, you want to have your book reviewed on this platform, kindly call 0203438710 or drop a message at Precious TV or the Book Review Show GH, Instagram, Facebook. We are all over social media. Thanks to my crew. You've been lovely. To all the lovely viewers and everyone around the world who's made this program a special one. Thank you so much. I'm out. Caroline Owusu Asamoah. Tune in same time next week. Bye.